Hello and welcome to my beginner's guide for Fire Emblem Heroes. Fire Emblem Heroes is a gacha game. What are gacha games, you ask? It's a popular genre in the East, and it has been making their way to the West as free-to-play mobile games that feature rolling for characters and a stamina system. It comes down to how a developer sets up their systems to striking a balance of satisfying a growing community of free-to-play users and monopolizing on the whales that will spend hundreds or thousands of dollars in the game. Basically, if you're patient enough, you will obtain most of the game's content over time, but if you're willing to spend money, you will just get there faster. In my experience, it seems that Intelligent Systems and Nintendo have agreed upon a fair business plan on giving free-to-play an enjoyable experience with the game. With that being said, the game mechanics are fairly simple. It uses a rock, paper, scissors type system where one type is effective and or weaker against one of the other types. In this game, the sword will beat the axe will beat the lance, and the lance will beat the sword. While there are range classes, such as the archer and sorcerer, they don't really have any extra values to being effective in the weapon class, but they are, however, effective against certain units, such as archers are able to take out flying units like the Pegasus and Wyvern Riders pretty easily. I want to go over the UI in combat and some useful options and settings. Firstly, you can disable animations altogether or only show during your turn to make the combat go quicker. Secondly, I suggest turning on Danger Area, as it tells you all the tiles where an enemy can attack. If you tap on an enemy, it'll highlight their move and attack radius. If you hold onto the enemy, it'll persistently show their area of coverage until they die or you tap on them again. From the main menu, if you go to Battle, you'll see a couple of options. Special maps are events given out to let players partake on them to obtain certain units. At the time of recording, you'll be able to obtain Virion if you beat the level without losing a single unit. Story maps is to go through the main story of the game. If you hit a point in the story where your units are too low, there's the training tower. Use this mode to help level up your lower units. Just make sure they get the final hit in for full experience and that they don't die, because whenever a unit dies in battle, all their gain experience is lost. If you go to Allies, you can edit your team, which lets you select 4 units to take out into the battlefield. Learn Skills lets you spend skill points that you allocate from battle and leveling up to unlock stronger abilities. Equip Skills lets you swap between what abilities you want. Say if you want to level lower units along with a higher level unit, you can equip a weaker weapon so the higher units can weaken the enemy and allow your weaker units to level up faster by getting the bonus experience from last hitting. Level up just increases the hero levels, and Send Home is to remove units in exchange for hero feathers. Advanced Growth allows you to unlock potential, which is to increase the star value of a hero that isn't already a 5-star. And Merge Allies, which lets you combine the same unit together. Note that only the same rarity and unit will yield actual increase in stats. If you merge a lower star unit into a higher star unit, you only get skill points. The stamina meter has a recharge rate of 1 unit every 5 minutes, and the only way to get it back is to wait until it gets refilled or use a stamina potion to refill it instantly that players receive through logging in or completing certain requirements. There are also these sword icons called Dueling Swords, and they're used in the arena where you battle against another player's party that is controlled by an AI. Each arena session lasts for about a week, and you gain rating. Your rewards come from win streaks from attacking, the number of successful defenses, and your overall position in rank compared to the rest of the player base. Rewards yield hero feathers, that is used to power up a hero's potential, which is to upgrade a lower star unit to the next star. A 5-star unit cannot be upgraded again. And finally, the orb icon on the top right is the premium currency unit in this game. Orbs have many uses, from summoning new units to upgrading the player's home castle to reviving battle if you wipe, although I recommend avoiding the reviving option. With that being said, I suggest looking towards upgrading the castle early on. Each upgrade will increase experience gain by 20% increments to a cap of 100%. This is permanent and can help speed things along because if your units are able to quickly level up to your older units, the less stamina and time is required. Strike a balance since the initial cost is trivial with your first upgrade starting at 1 orb and it increases to 3, 5, 8, and more after that. The total cost to upgrade your castle fully at the moment is 26 orbs. As enticing as the upgrade and increase in experience sounds, I would prioritize pulling on the gachas for better units over spending the orbs all in on the castle. It's fine to upgrade it a few times, but leave it at that and focus on getting a good team together. You generally want to strike a balance, and this is where the term reroll will come into play. Many veterans of gacha games will continuously make a new account and play through the prologue along with the first 3 missions and the daily 2 orb given out to obtain the 20 orbs in order to pull all 5 orbs in the gachas. They do this to fish out a good start in the game. Whether or not how long you wish to do this is up to you, but I would recommend that if you attempt to reroll, to be satisfied if you pull at least 1 5-star unit. There are guides on how to reroll efficiently on the web, so I don't want to go into details in this video. Finally, I would say to keep an eye on the quests and missions fountain from the home screen. There are monthly and yearly rewards for completing certain actions. For the monthly, once you finish all the requirements for normal difficulty, it will update it to hard and to lunatic after that. The silver and blue coin on the top right is also the link to your My Nintendo account. If you link an account, you can get 10 free orbs along with other useful items just by completing missions. This is a one-time use for the account. Anyway, that's about it for the video, guys. If you found the video to be useful, please give it a thumbs up and go out and experiment and experience Fire Emblem. Take care, everyone.